right. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to do a little video about electrical distribution. And what I mean by that is you've got in your vehicle, you've got a battery bank or a cat bank or whatever. Not many people run cat banks, but I do have a cat bank here for my test bench. It is 18 banks in a 6S configuration. They are the excess power 2.85 volt, 3150 farad super caps. So each bank is, what is that? 550 farads, I think it is. Anyway, it's 9,450 farads total. 18 banks of caps. 9,450 farads total. Now, I've got 6 runs of power 2-aught welding cable. I will never, ever, 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 ever again waste my money on 1-aught car audio wire. All right, never. For the same price that you're gonna pay for this stuff, the 1-aught, you can buy the 2-aught welding cable, and it's just better all the way around, plain and simple. I'm not gonna go into any more detail for that. Anyway, so electrical distribution. So I've got 6 2-aught runs power and 6 2-aught runs of ground to my distribution blocks here, right? And then, of course, I've got my probes here for my voltmeter. I just dedicated that voltmeter just for that purpose. So we can see, the voltage, pretty much at the amp, because we've got small runs going to the amp, right? So that's basically the voltage going into the amplifier, without having to stab and restab wires. So I just, I've got that voltmeter dedicated for that purpose. So anyway, electrical distribution. So if you look and see, I've got 6 wires here, the 2-aught. I've got one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here, right? And one here. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. As you can see, they are spread equally throughout the bus bars, and that's what you want. That is what you want. And if you pay attention and look and see from my power supply that charges this cat bank, the power goes up here to the top right, all the way to the end. The ground goes all the way down to the bottom left. So why is that? Why is that? Why is that? So if I were to take the power and put it up here, and then I take the ground and put it up here, or whatever. If I put the ground up here and the power up here, then it's going to charge this cap bank first. So it's got 18 rows of caps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, so forth, all the way down to the bottom, right? 6 caps across, 18 rows from top to bottom. So if I put the power up here and the ground up here, it's going to charge this row of caps first, and then this row, and then this row, and that row, and so on and so forth. And then the bottom row is going to be charged last. Now, if I put the power up here and the ground down there, now the circuit has to go through the entire cat bank or battery bank or whatever to be able to charge. So let me pause the video, and I'm gonna go out to my van, and I'm gonna show you that in vehicle because this is very, very important to properly set up your electrical in your vehicles or on a test bench or wherever you're at. You have to properly set everything up, and I'm just here to teach you the ways that I do it, and the ways that I do it are pretty spot on. Let's just say that. So let me pause video, and I'm gonna go out to my van. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm out here at my van, and there's my regulator, and there's a bunch of distribution stuff, and a lot of people's gonna be like, wow, that's a spaghetti mess, but it really isn't. I mean, the wires have to go somewhere, and it's pretty solidly set up. I've got a fuse distribution right there. In the back, I've got one up front as well, because you need it. You need one in the front and you need one in the back. And yes, those are old school finished gold amps. A lot of people won't recognize what they are, and that's okay. The younger generation, they just don't know what the older generation had to go through back in the day. So yes, these are all they're playing. They sound fantastic. I'm going to hang them back on the wall here shortly, So, and then this is an EVE, 314 amp hour. I think it's a 314 amp hour bank. And it is there's a leaf. It is a solar storage battery. It's good for about 3,000 watts. Okay, it's a 1C bank. So it's 314 amp hour. So it's good for about 3,000 watts. Powers this set up perfectly. Reserved for days. So anyway, back to what I was saying about power distribution. So from the alternator up front and the ground, I got the grounds over here. These are the grounds that come up from up front, right? At the alternator, the alternator bracket, or actually where the alternator mounts. And then these are the powers. Actually, the red ones are the powers from up front at the alternator. So those coming off the fuse block come down here. This is the power bus bar, the positive bus bar, right? Positive. And then the bottom one's a negative. And as you can see, the grounds, they come up here and they come here, right? So the grounds are over here, the positives are over here, right? So it has to complete the circuit, it has to go through the whole busing to complete the circuit. So there's not a hot spot as far as the power goes. So I've got, just the one run for the power. So the alternator comes into the bus bars and it charges the batteries, and the batteries, return the power back to the bus bars, and the amplifiers are connected to the bus bars, right? There's the ground over here. So I've got the ground over here. I got the power over here. So the power flow has to go from this side all the way to this side. And some people are going to say, you're dumb as fuck. And really I'm not. I have OCD, and I have to do things my way. And my way hasn't failed a single time throughout the years, and I've been doing this stuff for 35 years. You can put your power here and then your grounds here, right? And it probably would be okay, but then when you start to distribute the power from the busing to the amplifiers, all your power is here. So then when you get down here, now the amplifiers that's connected down here, they're not going to receive the same amount of current as the stuff that's connected the closest to where the battery's connected. So if I took this ground and connected it over here, and took these grounds and connected it over here, and had all the positives coming in from the alternator and the battery here, and all the negatives coming from the alternator and the battery here, then all this stuff down here is not going to receive that same current flow as stuff that's connected up here. You know, this is a 4 foot long busing system. The bus bars, they're 4 foot long. So it is a substantial amount of area. So, you know, now the way I have it set up, the power comes in here and the circuit is completed down here. So the entire 4 foot length has the pretty much the same current flow, no matter if you're here or here or here. It doesn't matter where you're at, because the power has to flow from here to here. And yes, DC goes from negative to positive, not the other way around. But anyway, so I just wanted to make a video about the power distribution, because it does matter. It does matter. When I set up a system, an electrical system for a vehicle, all of this comes into play. All of it comes into play. And when you have to change a system, because somebody, gets tired, and I do the same thing. I get tired of something and then I change it. But I also think to the future. And so if I know I'm going to change something up, I'm going to be able to reuse those bus bars, even if I change my battery. I've used those bus bars like 3 different times now with a few different batteries and cat banks, whatever. So I always think to the future of if I'm going to change something up, or if a friend or a customer or whatever, if they're going to change something up, I always try to think about what's coming up, because bass heads are never happy. If you're a true bass head, you're always changing shit up, because it's never loud enough. It's never good enough. It doesn't never sound good enough. So you're always changing shit up. So I always try to look ahead, and like with this battery right here, I put this battery in here just to prove a point. It's a solar storage battery, so it can't be used in car audio. That's what the battery experts, that's what they want to say. You can't use that battery for car audio, but yet it's been in my fucking van for half a year or better. That battery's good for about 3,000 watts, and it's got reserve for days. Got about $300 in it. So, I could have went a different route, chose different chemistry or whatever. I charge that thing at 13.5 volts because that's all it needs. That's all it needs, 13.5 volts. Those amplifiers, they're rated for 15 volts. So if I went with a higher voltage battery like C-Max or whatever and charged it at 15.5 volts, I couldn't run those amps. Okay, follow me? So everything works together. Everything works together. Amplifiers, batteries, alternator, regulator, door speakers, subwoofers, enclosures, door panels. It all works together, okay? It's not just, I hate it when people just bring me, hey, I got this and I want to put this in my car, hook me up. It don't work that way, man. I mean, yes, I'm not Rumpelstiltskin. I can't make fucking gold out of straw. But I do take garbage ass equipment and make it sound good. I do. And I can do that, but it's the wrong way to do it. I tell people all the time, if you want to do a good system, just come to me first. Don't buy nothing. Don't buy anything until you come to me and say, hey, this is what I want to do. And then I'll plan it out. I'll plan out your electrical. I'll plan out your amplifiers, your door speakers, your subwoofers, the enclosure, because it all has to work together. It's not just, okay, I bought the best of this and the best of that. It don't make a fuck what somebody says on the motherfucking interweb. There's not a best of anything. It is a system. It all has to work together or it's going to sound like ass. And it's not going to perform well. And there's a difference, you know, performing well, you know, how loud it's going to get, and then sounding good. That's two different things. Sound quality is subjective. What I think sounds great, somebody else might think sounds like garbage, but I've got a very particular ear, and these amplifiers in particular are my go-to standard for sound quality. If they, you know, if I tell you that something sounds as good as these amplifiers, you can bank money that it does. Plain and simple. I've only found a few amplifiers that do sound as good as these M-Series amplifiers. All right, I've rambled on long enough. So power distribution, you know, it's a network. It is. Your power is a network, and you have to plan it out. You can't just slap shit together and expect it to work. There's a lot of thought process that goes on, you know, way before I cut the first bus bar, way before I drill the first hole. There's a thought process that goes on way before I even make the first purchase of equipment that goes in any of my personal vehicles. So, you know, that's just the, you know, the thought for today. You got any questions about electrical? Let me know. I'm not a genius, but I do a lot of testing. That's what I'm about. Peace.